Good morning and welcome to Real Women, Real Issues. I'm Ardell Bradley, and with me today we have an Emmy Award-winning director, Amy Weber. She is also the founder of Radish Creative Group. Welcome.
Thank you.
So you do a million things. I was reading over your bio. I said you must not sleep much at all.
I get a couple hours in a night.
Here and there, just a little bit, I
do.
see. So tell me, I know you have a movie that's in the theater now. Tell me about that, A Girl Like Her.
Well, it's just left the theater. A Girl Like Her is a story about a worldwide epidemic that's been going on for probably since the human race has existed. It's about bullying, and it's a story about two former friends who are now in high school, sophomores in high school, and one of the friends is somehow, it's a kind of a backstory behind why she decides to turn against her friend. But as a result of the way she's been treating her over a period of 6 months, which has been documented by not only herself, but her best friend, she's wearing a hidden camera. It's a very layered story. The film actually takes a turn and tells the perspective of the bully herself. So it's one of the first times we actually see this well-known story, if you will, of this epidemic from an angle that we haven't seen before.
Interesting. Now, will you be bringing the film back, or can we get it? Can we purchase it on?
Soon.
Oh, soon.
Yes,
Okay.
it looks like we're going to be doing some community touring with the film. I know around here in Michigan, we're going to start showing the film pretty soon. We actually have a screening this evening that's going to be covered by one of the local news stations here. But we'll plan on, during the summer, touring around the United States with the film, and then we're going to relaunch the film in the fall when the school year begins. And it will be available on demand, and
that's what I exactly
with
so anybody.
all of the digital outlets.
Devices,
yes, absolutely.
Get it. So you had a regular job at one point.
I did a long time ago.
And what made you just jump out there and leave that job and go into this wonderful big world of all the things that you've accomplished?
Well, I was a very young producer in the advertising world, and it was during that work that I realized I wanted something more. I was young, promised to be very successful. I had a lot of contacts, and I was integrated into the advertising community here in Detroit, which was wonderful. But there was something missing for me personally, and I had bigger stories to tell that I knew that if I remained in that environment, I would not be able to do it. So I took the big leap, believed in myself, went back to school, got my master's degree. I taught while I was doing that at the university level, which was wonderful. And it was through that experience that I formed Radish Creative Group to bring my experiences and my passion for production, as well as my passion for education and helping. I mean, really just trying to help in some way to make a difference.
Now, when you do your films like In A Girl Like Her, do you actually pick the actors, or do you have someone else? You do all that?
Well, I have a casting director, and there's so many. It does take a village to make a film, and even though there might be a spark plug, like I may be the spark plug and the idealist behind the project, it takes a huge community of people to make it happen.
Now, where do you get the funding? I'm sure it's quite expensive between the acting and paying the casting crew and the production, the camera people.
Oh, yes.
How do you get the funding for this?
Well, for A Girl Like Her, the movie had started off with a social network platform, the Indiegogo platform that we fund. It was crowd fundraising.
Right.
And so that's what launched the film and allowed us to get into pre-production. And then I had a little angel who funded the rest.
Interesting. That's it. And people who are out here, I'm sure there are a lot of people who would love to take that leap, have their own, do more, but the funding is always a stopper. You can't always get.
Sure. I mean, I always encourage people, don't let that stop you from doing it. Find a way to make it happen. Nowadays, especially with technology and how accessible it is, You can always go and tell a story. It doesn't have to be a blockbuster hit. If it's passion inside you, it doesn't matter if you show it with your family and friends.
Right.
The creativity will be there. If you can touch people with the stories that you tell, it really doesn't matter at what quality it is. Just go tell your story.
It's interesting because when you say that, it brings Spike Lee to mind. I remember him doing his first show, and it was at the theater for a small amount of time, and it was very, very, you can tell, ground level. And when I look at him now compared to the money that he has to do bigger things, and you go back and look, you're like, wow, I could have really just gotten my video camera now, your iPhone, and shoot a little clip and do it. And now you look at him, and he's bigger than life.
Absolutely. It just takes that one time.
We'll be back because I have a lot of questions I want to ask you. But first, we're going to go to Jungle Juice to hear about the benefits in juicing.
Jungle Juice Bar offers a wide range of fresh fruit and vegetable smoothie and raw juice blends made with 100% real juice. At Jungle Juice Bar, you can rest assured that there are no preservatives or additives included in our drinks. Enjoy our unique flavor combinations, along with gluten-free, vegan, and vegetarian options. In celebration of the jungles of the world and as part of our commitment to the environment, we have dedicated some of our drinks to the jungles by giving them names of those famous jungles. Each time someone orders a drink, we are reminded of the life given to us by the jungle. Stop by and enjoy a delicious juice or smoothie today. The Jungle Juice Bar is located on Charlevoix in Grosse Pointe Park.
When you're having a heart attack, this is how it feels to your heart. And if it happens at night or on the weekend, there's only one hospital team standing by on site to save you. Cardio Team 1, only at the DMC.
I'm Ken Gross, host of Law and Reality, with an important message. Simasco Law and Thavgros are hosting a free seminar, Preventing Senior Citizen Financial Abuse. Benny Napoleon, Kim Worthy's response team, elder law expert Pat Simasco, and I will speak, and Detroit watchdog Steve Hood will be our MC. It's about preserving and protecting your income. Join us Saturday morning, May 30th, 10:30 to 12:30 at Greater Grace Temple. For free tickets, call 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP, or register at cannot-afford-to-lose.com.
My friends, I want to introduce you to Simasco Financial. As attorneys, they worked hard to protect clients on a legal basis, only to watch many lose their money in the unpredictable and risky stock market. Simasco Financial has recognized the need for asset protection for our seniors and has introduced investment planning that will grow your nest egg without the risk of loss. To find out more about how Simasco Financial can protect your financial future, call 586-493-9989.
Groundbreaking, life-saving, history-making. The new DMC Heart Hospital, summer 2014. The beat goes on.
Real Women, Real Issues is brought to you by Mike's Fresh Market.
Welcome back to Real Women, Real Issues. With me today, I have Emmy Award-winning director Amy Weber. She is busy all the time. She's done a variety of things, produced, directed, film making, teach. She does voiceovers. She never sleeps. But I want to ask you now, in making your films, I'm sure you have more in your mind, in the horizon. Who is the dream person you want to work with?
Oh, wow.
Or dream people. There may be more than one.
I would say that it would be a grand day if I could say that I cast Meryl Streep in one of my films, which could happen.
It could.
There's
Absolutely.
some projects I'm working on now. Another passion project. It's actually going to be a transgender story, and it's going to be a real life, a true story.
Wow.
And
is it a documentary or a film?
No, it'll actually be a narrative feature, but based on a true story. And I envision that Cher will be a part of that for obvious reasons because of her son, Chaz, and as well as the Jolie Pitts because of, I don't know, a lot of people don't know that their born daughter, Shiloh, has now asked for people to call him John, but I don't think there's been any kind of announcement yet. So as far as dream people to work with, I would say I've never really had that fantasy in mind. I mean, of course, I've had my little crushes.
Like we all do.
Who hasn't? But I can't say I'd want to work with those people more so than just admire them from a distance. But to work with someone like a Meryl Streep would be I probably feel like I wouldn't know what my job was that day, so showing up on set as the director, because just knowing her, she would ace it every single time and add stuff to it that I would just be like, okay, I guess we're done with that scene.
Okay, what do we do now?
Exactly.
She is awesome. She is awesome.
She is a rare talent.
I want to back up a little. I know you were saying you're looking to do the transgender, excuse me, I apologize. That's obviously big now in our limelight. I think that's awesome. I think people need to bring it to awareness. I don't know if you saw the recent documentary or interview, I guess they really call it, and everything. I was watching one of the morning shows today, and everybody who's chimed in, who's tweeted, and the nail polish thing, trying to, to say yes and go for it. And I think it's awesome that it's coming to the forefront now, and people can actually talk about it and be free and be happy. And I think it's really great that you want to do a film about it, because in today's society, my children are in high school, 2 of them, and they have some friends that are going through a situation like that. And it's interesting, their parents don't know, and they came and talked to me about it. So now I feel like, and then they feel free when they get in my car. Now if I go to school and they pick them up and they're in the back seat talking, but he knows I know now, so he just talks. And it's kind of different because I sort of want to tell the mom, but I'm feeling like I don't want to jeopardize our relationship and what he's confided in me. And I think if more and more movies come out like that and bring it to the forefront, it would be so much better for so many people.
It's all about education, and if this medium there are films that are made to entertain, and there are films that are made, and they're not always documentaries, that are created to help uplift, educate, and inspire change. And I've always envisioned that was the storyteller that I was. And I'd love to do a comedy, but everything I'll ever do will have some sort of social message to it. I know that about myself. And I think that's wonderful that this young man can open up to you. Our young people especially, they need to feel safe. They need a place where they can come, where they can be themselves.
And I think that's what it is for him now.
Absolutely. And the more stories that are shared, and the more truth that's told, and the more educated we become as a society, the more gentler we become, the more accepting we become, and more peaceful. And I think that happiness kind of stems from that space of where you feel inside yourself.
Exactly.
In a world that we live in this chaos, sometimes it's very difficult to wrap my head around, especially having children myself.
Absolutely.
Truth, education, and always growing are very key. So it's wonderful that you're a part of that.
Oh, thank you. We'll be back with more from Amy Weber right after this.
Visit loverslane.com for the boutique store near you.
This is Arthur Bricker of Bricker Tunis Furs in West Bloomfield. We're back with the biggest fur clearance sale in our history. Save 40 to 70% off on women's and men's furs and shearlings. Choose from mink, sheared mink, sable, chinchilla, fox, beaver, and exquisite leathers and shearlings in the latest styles from Europe. Plus, our consignment boutique is full of gorgeous furs priced at a fraction of the original cost. No other furrier in Metro Detroit can match our quality, our selection, or our prices. Celebrating 98 years in business. Call today, 248-855-9200.
Find your path to success at Wayne County Community College District. From high-tech facilities to experienced instructors to a range of programs that give you the skills you need for in-demand jobs. Everything you need to jumpstart a new career or advance your education is at a campus near you. And we're here to support you every step of the way. So why wait? Register today.
Welcome to Orchard Maple Family Dental in West Bloomfield.
I'm Dr. William Woodruff. I practiced dentistry in Metro Detroit for over 40 years, and now my son has joined the practice.
I'm proud to practice dentistry with my father. It's a second-generation family business, which now includes my wife.
Working with my father-in-law and husband is very gratifying. We truly care about our patients.
New patients get $100 off any dental treatment over $250. Call 248-702-5822.
With the award-winning Woodhouse Day Spa in your backyard, why would you go anywhere else? Within minutes, feel relaxed, refreshed, and renewed. Handcrafted spa treatments will nourish your spirit and revive your senses and allow dreams to reawaken. Give the perfect gift this season, the Woodhouse Day Spa gift card. A luxury spa experience awaits you right in your neighborhood.
Visit loverslane.com for the boutique store near you.
Welcome back to Real Women, Real Issues. We have here with me Amy Weber. She is a director, producer, filmmaker, instructor, everything else. And now I want to ask, that leads me to my next question, do you still teach? Are you still instructing and inspiring young people to go into their dreams and do what you're doing?
Unfortunately, I don't have the time to actually get back into the classroom right now, but I do work with young people still on every project that I have. We have interns through my company all year round. We welcome those opportunities. We're kind of a revolving door at Radish where we allow a lot of people to come in and who have different areas of this field they want to explore.
Now, where do you find your interns? At their universities, or are they at typical like a Specs Howard school, or just
really everywhere? There's, of course, they're focused on the concentration of film, television, but different universities and trade schools around, creative schools around the area.
Okay, now how would they find you? If someone is watching the show and they're interested in interning with your company, what should they do?
Oh, they go to our website, radishgroup.com, and there's, under the contact section, they can go and contact Rachel. She's the best person to reach, and let us know why you want to be considered for an internship.
Now, any special qualifications? Do they have to be in the media field already, or in school for media? Or?
Not at all. They just have to have a passion to want to learn. They have to have a great attitude, be able to work hard, and that's very important.
Work hard. Oh no, I'm
work
sure you don't believe in that.
And understand that it's a business first and foremost, and come with a professional attitude. The rest we can make up as we go along.
Next question. When you have an intern, if you're doing a film, are you local? Do you do all your filming here in the Detroit or Michigan area?
I do. Most of my commercial work is here in the metro area, as well as the 2 feature films that I've done. I've shot completely here in Michigan.
Okay. Now, do you have extensions anywhere else, or are you looking to explore? Like, what are your dreams for the Radish Group now? What's next on the horizon?
Oh, well, just continuing to tell stories that make a difference. That's a passion. And we don't really know. We're kind of open. As this film, as A Girl Like Her kind of goes out into the world through the digital realm, through the educational areas, we know that there's a lot of opportunity to tour with the film, which is what we want to do. We want to get into communities and have those tough conversations. The film sparks a lot of that. It's
do you
controversial.
go to any film festivals?
No, because it was released theatrically.
Okay, so
that was the path that we decided on for the film versus the festival circuit. We wanted as many young people as possible, and still do, to see this film, and parents.
Right, and I think absolutely taking it to high schools around would be great.
That's the plan.
I mean, working in schools and with young people a lot, that would be such a benefit for so many people. And hopefully, every little thing that you see, from a TV show to a film, it'll click, and one day we can all accept everybody for who they are.
We hope so.
We do. We do.
Hope so.
Because bullying has got to stop.
It does, and we have some ideas to help that. There's a movement that follows the film that's actually free to. It's actually a toolkit that we created. It's called the Peacekeeper Movement. And it's for young people to kind of pioneer social change in their communities. It's led by youth, and kind of take their power back, bring their voice to the conversation. But it's a 7-step process to begin change in their schools, and it's free to any young pioneer out there that wants to create change. And it's on our website, agirlikehermovie.com. And if they go under Peacekeeper Kit, they can download the kit for free and begin right now.
Keeping peace.
Yes.
We have one more segment. Please don't go away. I hope you have a few more minutes, because you have a lot to tell us, I'm sure.
I'm staying right here.
And we'll be right back. But first, we're going to go to Dr. Shauna Ryder-Diggs for the Dermatology Tip of the Week.
We are beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can bring us down.
Are
you're looking for a gift for that special friend or a family member, our Clarisonic gift sets are perfect. We have gift sets for teenagers with acne that come complete with our acne kit. And we also have gift sets for men and for women with our antioxidant rejuvenating therapies and our glycolic acids and our green tea wash. Each day I'm asked by patients, what's the best way to clean my skin? I think the best way is to use the Clarisonic skincare brush. So this was made with the same technology as the Sonicare toothbrush, but it's a brush for your skin. It has bristles on the top that rotate in 3 or 4 different directions and at different heights. Some of them are soft and finer, some of them are thicker and a little bit coarser. We also now have about 5 different heads that you can use to the top of this brush. Some are specifically designed for acne, which actually means it's the softest of the 6 brushes, therefore causing the least bit of acne scarring. We have deep pore cleansing ones, and then there's some normal ones, sensitive skin, etc. The skincare brushes run from $119 to $225, depending on what brushes come with them. Some of them are 4-speed, some of them are 1, some of them are 2, and some of them, the travel ones, you can even attach it to your computer or to any USB device to charge up. This is Dr. Shauna Diggs, and this has been your Skincare Tip of the Week.
To learn more about Cosmetic Derm and their revolutionary skincare products and services, please visit drshaunadiggs.com.
Mike's Fresh Market, Detroit's largest independent supermarket with the best prices, quality, and service. Enjoy our vast selection of fresh fruits and vegetables. Wide aisles lead you to our own in-house bakery and deli. Beef, pork, chicken, seafood, and much more. You can rest assured you will feed your family the freshest food in town. Whatever you need, you can find it here at Mike's Fresh Market. Mike's Fresh Market with 2 locations, Gratiot and 7 Mile and Livernois and 7 Mile. Better food, better prices. That's Mike's promise.
Find your path to success at Wayne County Community College District. From high-tech facilities to experienced instructors to a range of programs that give you the skills you need for in-demand jobs. Everything you need to jumpstart a new career or advance your education is at a campus near you. And we're here to support you every step of the way. So why wait? Register today.
I'm Ken Gross, host of Law and Reality, with an important message. Simasco Law and Thavgos are hosting a free seminar, Preventing Senior Citizen Financial Abuse. Benny Napoleon, Kim Worthy's response team, elder law expert Pat Simasco, and I will speak, and Detroit watchdog Steve Hood will be our MC. It's about preserving and protecting your income. Join us Saturday morning, May 30th, 10:30 to 12:30 at Greater Grace Temple. For free tickets, call 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP, or register at cannotafforddtolose.com.
Here at Quicken Loans, we take special pride in servicing clients that serve our country.
My name is Marjorie Reyes. I'm a Chief Warrant Officer. I am very grateful and appreciative that Quicken Loans can offer service members VA loans. It was very important for me to be able to close and refinance my home quickly. I wanted to lower my mortgage payment. Quicken Loans guided me through every step of the process. The whole experience was amazing.
Serving those who serve us all. One more way, Quicken Loans is engineered to amaze.
The Detroit Seafood Market is a proud sponsor of Real Women, Real Issues.
Welcome back to Real Women, Real Issues. I have Amy Weber here with me. She's a producer, a director, Emmy Award winning, and I want to get more into the movie that was just at the movie theater that's going to come back. It's going to do the circuit, talking about bullying and why we shouldn't do it. And I saw a clip of the movie, and it seems like someone is actually wearing the camera so the bullies can't deny what they did or didn't do because it's on film. It's there in black and white and color. Was this something that you had them wear the camera to document all of this?
Well, yes, a part of the story is that Jessica, who's the victim in our story, her best friend Brian comes up with this idea that he wants to document everything that's going on. And so he purchases a dragonfly. It's actually a pin because Jessica loves dragonflies. And he rigs it, working with a spy camera shop. He rigs it because it's a hidden camera. As I'm touching my microphone, I'm sorry about that. And so she's documenting everything in the story. So she has a camera. Brian has his own camera, which is like a 5D, so he's kind of filming everything as it's happening from his perspective.
Right.
And then there's a documentary film crew. I'm the actual filmmaker in the film. We're at the school, kind of researching what happened, because Jessica in the story, in the beginning of the story, she attempts to take her own life. And so a film crew turns the lens into her life and the backstory of what could have caused this young girl to make this decision.
Right.
And then the bully herself, she has her own camera that that the film crew gives her, so we can kind of see into her world.
Now,
so the
did she
film is
know
told
that,
from these.
that she was the bully, and you guys wanted to get
Yes.
as the bully her perspective.
Yes, the filmmaker approaches her and explains to her that there were rumors through the school that when she gets around Jessica, she changes. These were that the story that she tells the filmmaker, that they were just former friends, isn't quite adding up. And of course, Avery, that is her name, Avery Keller in the film, she denies this and says that she treats Jessica just like she treats everybody else. So and then she explains to the filmmaker that she might not know what it's like anymore to be in girl world, that being popular today is very different from maybe when I went to school.
Okay.
And so the filmmaker then proposes, well, why don't you show that perspective? It's very important. So she volunteers to take a camera into her life, into her home, and show us her world, which is very eye-opening.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's something everybody, especially teenager or even middle school, you need to start young, because she's not the only person that has attempted, and obviously a lot of people have, unfortunately, succeeded at taking their lives bullied and feeling bad about themselves. And, hopefully a lot of people can watch this movie and the film and change their mind, turn around and find out that I never really understood, because someone may be heavy or darker hair or decide to whatever the situation is, and you're just going to bully them. Just don't be their friend. Just don't hang out with them. Why do you have to bully them?
I think when we are around people or surrounded by people, and there's someone that makes us feel a certain way, especially irritation, we're annoyed by that person, instead of looking in and asking ourselves, what is it about her or what is it about him that rattles me?
Right.
Why do I feel the way I feel about it? And instead of looking at what is it about me that's creating this, what are they mirroring back to me that I don't want to face about myself?
Exactly.
Because we're not really taught that. We're taught to project,
and not to look in.
Yes, we need to change that.
Well, I hope every teenager and preteen gets to see this movie, because it's awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming today. And we'll be back, because I'm sure you have many projects. And when you get Meryl Streep, for sure, you have to come back.
I will bring her with me, hopefully.
That would be very exciting.
That would be.
And thank you for tuning in this week. We'll see you next week, same place, same time.